A short pickup goods carrying coal, grain and some unidentifiable products in a box van enters the station. It will drop off and pick up individual wagons at various locations on its route, and its first stop is here at Where Are We? The first task today is to leave a full 16-ton mineral wagon next to the coal staiths in the station's only siding. The brake van is left in the station on the main line and the shunting commences. Pick-up goods or wagon load goods trains were once a common sight all over British railways until they were gradually replaced by bulk train load operations in the 60s. They were often, though not exclusively, found on less busy routes, were not fast and required a lot of shunting operations to manage wagon exchanges efficiently. I'm not quite sure why an ex-Caledonian Railways Pug loco would be heading a short freight on the southern region, but here I will invoke Rule 1. Besides, I like the loco. It's an excellent performer and, as we shall see, ideal for shunting. The loco is of course the legendary Smoky Joe model from Hornby, although this particular example has been heavily reworked. Details of the modifications made to it can be found in my video by clicking the box above. The prototype loco was designed for shunting operations, and there's very little space for coal on the loco itself. For trip working such as this, a short wheelbase wagon was attached for the coal, and of course to carry the driver's bike. In model form, the wagon adds extra electrical pickups, much needed for a short wheelbase loco such as this. Details of how this wagon was made can be found by clicking on the box above. I like there to be a purpose to all my shunting moves. It adds to the realism of working the layout and elevates operations above that of just playing trains. The main shunting today is similar to that which could be done on an inglenook layout, in that at tunnel sidings I am using just 3 tracks. But I'm not merely moving wagons according to shuffling card pictures, but for a reason or purpose. This part of the layout, although small, houses a brewery, a factory and a couple of small workshops, all of which receive and dispatch products by rail. The first task at tunnel sidings will be to collect the empty grain wagon from siding 2. Before this can be accomplished, the vent van at the loading platform outside the factory must be moved out of the way and placed temporarily in siding 1. Once the vent van is safely out of the way, the loco can retrieve the grain wagon and couple it to the loaded grain wagon on the main line. The 2 grain wagons are removed from the rest of the train and propelled into siding 2, where the full wagon is left next to the brewery. The grain wagons are by Dapol, and I have found that although they look good, they are not easy to shunt with. It may be the couplings or the relatively fine wheels, or perhaps the uneven track work in my industrial yard. Who knows? The empty grain wagon is left on the main line whilst the loco proceeds to siding one to retrieve the vent van and replace it alongside the factory platform. One of they newfangled diesel multiple units, or DMUs as they will become known, passes on the main line but is ignored by the driver of the Pug. He prefers steam and continues shunting. The next stage is to remove the empty mineral wagon from siding one and attach it to the wagons standing on the main line. The whole train, minus the brake van, is shunted into siding one and a full coal wagon left next to the coal pile in the yard. I seem to have missed out a video clip here, but you get the drift. Anyway. The wagons are reassembled on the main line and the whole train proceeds to its next shunting location. It's taken quite a while to drop off 3 wagons and collect 2 more, and we never did get to find out what was in the box van. I find shunting with a purpose like this is great fun. I hope you've enjoyed this video, but that's all for now. Thanks for watching and see you next time.